For the vast majority of spiritual seekers, life in the material world is a problem. Most spiritual seekers want to focus on the inside while basically ignoring the outside. But life is not so simple. Because we have a body and mind, we must provide for ourselves. And this means finding a source of income that will support the outside while we focus on the inside. And unless we inherit a small fortune, win the lottery, or subsist on the generosity of a rich friend, we must work for a living. The obvious thing to do is to find work or start a business that supports our inner growth. But this is often easier said than done. Everyone wants to find work they enjoy. Everyone wants their outer work to support their inner well-being, whether they are spiritual seekers or not. Unfortunately, this rarely happens. The workplace is very competitive. Professions designed to earn money rarely have anything to do with spiritual growth. We usually settle for whatever work we can find, hoping to find enough time and energy afterward for our inner exploration. In my life, inner growth has always been more important than my success in the material world. So in order to have some sense of freedom in the workplace, I developed my own business. Having my own business gave me the freedom to take time off when I needed to. And I didn't have any boss over my head saying what I could or could not do. But even with my own business, it was not paradise. Work in the world often feels like a battle. We might not assault each other physically, but we compete mentally and psychically. And sometimes that competition can be very brutal. Not only must we compete, but in order to succeed, we must embrace the latest technology. Burying our attention in technology hour after hour, day after day, eventually numbs the subtle strands of the soul. And it makes our inner exploration even more difficult when we finally get a break to relax and go deep inside. How do we unfold our spirit on the inside while subtly battling on the outside? In realizing I could not always create the perfect circumstances in my outer world, I accepted my outer difficulties as teachers. These teachers were shadows sent from deep inside myself. Their mission was to create circumstances in my life to awaken me from my attachment. At times, these were very painful teachers, but they were powerful and always life-transforming. In looking for ways to most effectively work with these powerful teachers, I used my 3 basic techniques of noticing, clearing, and inquiry. In the beginning, when I am presented with a difficulty, I always just observe it. I notice it. I watch it to see if my awareness creates the needed adjustment. Awareness without the pressure of personal preference, is always a powerful tool. If the shadow does not seem to budge, I attempt to clear it out. I use any meditative technique, exercise, or discipline that seems to be effective. It really doesn't matter what the technique is, as long as it is attuned to my instinctual wisdom. If noticing and clearing don't help, I go to the heart of the shadow to receive its teaching. I inquire into the shadow to see what it wants, why it is there, and what it has to teach. The teaching can be verbal or nonverbal. The teaching can come in the series of realizations or in a flash of instant insight. I surrender to this teaching and let it lead me to the next phase of opening. While working in the business world, I have also discovered 3 value systems that helped guide my business. They are natural values, designed to create a more benign existence, both inside and outside. I call these 3 values tolerance, honor, and self-honesty. Tolerance recognizes that uniqueness in every arena of life must be fully embraced. Just as a biological ecosystem requires great diversity to remain in balance, the world culture needs input from every lifestyle and every belief system currently in existence. In embracing diversity, we embrace ourselves. Honor means to care about another as much as we care about ourselves. Most of us have the tendency to take too much from our relationships. This undermines those who are responsible for our support. Taking too much encourages others to take too much. On the other hand, giving too much depletes our resources. Honor maintains a natural balance within taking and giving. All fair business deals and all intelligent human relations rely upon this principle. The second facet of honor emphasizes keeping our word. We must walk our talk, keeping promises, or communicating why we cannot. This keeps relationships healthy in all aspects of life and guarantees repeat business. Politics, business, and personal relationships are most benignly conducted with mutual trust and understanding. Unfortunately, this is often a rare quality. To say it another way, honor is a treasure that builds upon itself. Self-honesty, the final and most important value, provides an internal barometer to measure tolerance and honor. True self-honesty cuts through the veil of denial. In honestly examining ourselves, we uncover our deepest motivations. How honest we are in assessing ourselves and others determines how successful we will be in life. Those who accept their present circumstance without blinders most easily move forward to the next step. Losing the ability to be honest with ourselves means losing a foothold on reality. If we lie to ourselves, we are really telling ourselves we don't want the truth. In lying to ourselves, we deny true peace and wisdom. Not being honest with ourselves creates unnecessary discord in our inner and outer world. Self-honesty allows full acceptance of the consequences of our actions. Self-honesty reveals that to hurt another is to hurt ourselves. Compassion is the most fundamental form of honesty. And we are only as honest as we are consciously aware. If we apply the 3 techniques of noticing, clearing, and inquiry, guided by the values of tolerance, honor, and self-honesty, life might not always be easy, but it will be richly insightful. It will help penetrate through the haze of our outer existence. It will reveal how the inner and outer worlds are really the same activity happening in different dimensions. And through the practice of these techniques and values, our instinctual wisdom is guaranteed to radiantly expand.